Thank you for joining me on another episode of How to Share Your Light. Man, I got a hot one for you today. So, good partner of mine, man. He come to me and he said, Roxy, you need to talk about there's levels to this. There's levels to this man woman relationship thing, and you need to talk about these levels. So, right? I told him it's okay. What's the levels, you know? So he turned and said, listen, he got a wife, he got the side chick, the matey, the keeper, depending on what island you come from or wherever. That's the term for that second person. He have the beat down, the slide, the heifer, right? And then he got the baby mama. He got the baby mama. So he said it's 4 levels. And his concept is the same. He got his wife, and he could probably get any variety that are the other 3, but at the same time, as a man, he dealing with his wife, and he doing what he have to do. He's a good man, and you know, women, you need to acknowledge a good man, right? But the strangest thing about that, right, is a lot of women feel that way too. A lot of women feel that, listen, my man treating me good, my man taking care of the bills, my man paying my rent, giving me good sex when I want it, spending time. I can't even feel like I'm missing out anything. Like, so even if he have another woman out there, or head of famous one, and man to cheat, you ain't gonna find a man who don't cheat. So if your man doing all of that, so why if he cheating? Like, you'll be amazed what will be going on out in the streets. And if that's you, that is you. You know what I'm saying? That is you. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. But I tell you, that mentality is breaking down the family structure. That mentality is why we have so many single mother-headed households, because that's not a unifying mentality. Okay. Now, I never say that there wasn't a time in my life I was a side chick. I would be lying. I was a side chick one time in my whole life, because you know what? Time what I want for my life, and that's when I was very young. So when I decided to think, I can't really remember if he had told me he had somebody, or when, but I knew at some point. I don't know if it was out the gate, but I knew at some point that he had somebody, right? But really didn't matter to me, because at that point I was like, I was just having a good time, whatever. But you see, that's when I went college. So you see, when I went college, the went back and then came back again. By this time I went and came back, he done moving with his girl. And now my time, like, I couldn't really tell he had a woman truly, because he used to spend like all the time with me, and we used to do this and do things and whatever. But you see, when I went and come back, and he done moving with his woman and all kind of thing, and he got be sneaking. I got to know when to call and them. I ain't had no time for that. I ain't had no time for that. That ain't what I want. So I had to cut it off. Really, mean, spend us at the time when I had to cut the man off. I mean, we remained friends. I'm a boy, but I had to cut it off. Real talk. And since then, I've never been no side chick, because I am way too needy and way too demanding for that. I just don't do side chick. So I think that while a man, whatever we allow a man to get away with, that's what they're going to do. And I was listening to Farrakhan a time back, and Farrakhan was like, listen, where there are unkept women, where the women don't have no pride, where the women are wild, the men gonna be 10 times worse, because men gonna do to us what we allow them to do to us, ladies. We ain't figured that out. If you have the mentality in your head that, listen, this man gonna cheat, men gonna cheat, what you think you're gonna find? A cheating ass man. And you're going to just be okay with that. He going to bring 5, 10, 15 children on your head. All kind of woman going to be rolling up on you, talking about this and talking about that. Really? And then for these slappy men who have these all kind of woman rolling up on your main woman, you're wrong. You ain't running no proper show either. Let's talk about that. Because if you got your thing in order and if you cheating on your woman and she's your queen, in no way nobody supposed to be contacting. Facts. Don't got nobody pressuring your main woman. Otherwise, that ain't your main woman. And women, if you believe you is the main thing, right? And I kind of have falls rolling upon you, you really think you still is the main thing? Because number one, this man even ain't trying to hide nothing from you. Woman calling your phone, coming at your job, in your space. Nah. So why are we accepting that? Why are we accepting that there's levels to man as long as they taking care? You know, we have hearts too. A man, when they hear you, they don't even have to. They don't even need proof that you cheated. You know, my woman will go missing because man can't take. But and in the next show, I go address this topic. You know, do ain't no obey. You know, man, whatever you dish out in the streets, you need to be able to take. That's the next show. Kai, don't get me hyper. But real talk, there's levels. But listen, know what you want for yourself. Have a picture in your mind about what you want, what you're accepting and what you're not. Because if you don't, you're going to get dragged all around town. You're going to get dragged. Your self-esteem will be shot. And trust me, you're going to end up still single, raising the children. Won't be happy, raising, and then the children miserable because you hurt, and because a broken person can't help nobody. But so don't allow this to happen to you, man. Don't allow it. Men, are you stop playing? Women, there we keep ourselves the kind of things that we see Facebook. Women my age, in my generation, and all are carrying on. How you carrying on, and other children coming up watching us thinking this is something. It's not. What are we contributing to? Are we contributing to the betterment or the demise of our community? Men, women, we need to set a better example for our daughters, for the young girls coming up, and we need to stop. We need to have laws and standards for ourselves and stop playing. Let's men back, let's family. But we have to start it, because we're the ones who help to break it down. We're too loose. We're too easy. We don't have no principles. Stop. Sorry. You got a lot to you been listening to your Tasha T here, chilling with me. Another episode of How to Shine Your Light. Hope I really offend nobody. I just talking the truth, man. Like Communications, for all of your marketing and communications needs, hit me up. Message me on Facebook. Email me, Natasha@likecommunications.com. Thanks for tuning in. Blessings.